We are live with week 102 of Nemesis. I am your host, Alexander Shaw, and I am joined by Curtis Robinson. Curtis, how are you doing?
I'm okay. We're just about underway here and go back into this cup.
We're starting straight off with the Supremacy Cup. Harley Quinn, Amber Arcade. I'm excited because these two are two of probably the best technical competitors here on Nemesis. Yet, I don't believe there's ever been a one-on-one match. And that's what's great about the Supremacy Cup. We get to see new matches.
We do. We saw a couple of great ones over on Vindication just now.
We saw Selena Adams. We saw Annie Thunder. Go check those out if you haven't already.
The opening match of Nemesis is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Pearl River, Mississippi, Harley Quinn.
The Queen of Nemesis making her way down to the ring. And I've got to ask, what do you think Harley Quinn's odds are coming into this match, coming into this cup?
Well, they're not too shabby. I'm going to say it. I think she's one of those sort of dark horse picks.
Well, and this wouldn't be the first cup that she participated in. She participated in the Undisputed Cup, if you'll remember, all the way back before Midsummer's Mayhem, to crown the two people that be fighting for the new openweight title.
And her opponent, weighing 172 pounds, from Cardiff, Wales, Amber Arcade.
Down to the ring, Amber Arcade participated in last year's cup. Had a good showing in terms of matches, not the best in terms of wins to losses, but now a year has passed, a year of training for Amber Arcade, and now year two has been, as the kids these days say, the glow up for Amber Arcade.
Absolutely. It's been an arcade fire, you could say.
True, although she has not been able to capture that elusive Nemesis Women's title, she has gotten so much closer than she did in year one, and now I think if she is able to pull off I wouldn't necessarily say an upset, but if she would be able to pull off a big win here in the Supremacy Cup and win the whole thing, could she get another shot at Endgame?
Well, I think it's going for Amber's green here. I think Amber Arcade's in with a good shot. This match here will be the decider. We'll see what shape she's in, what condition the training's left her in.
Yes, talk about how it's been a bit of a glow-up year for Amber Arcade, but you can also say the same about Harley Quinn. I mean, the inaugural openweight champion in Harley Quinn sort of made a name for herself here on Nemesis. Hasn't been able to get too much into the upper echelon, to the main event scene, but has been proving herself. Almost a dark horse here on Nemesis.
Straight off here, we're in with a kind of fitting out process. Quite technical start off here. Just who can push who down, who into the corner.
And normally I'd say it's a guarantee almost that both these women would want to go for either the Vindication or Nemesis Women's title. But with someone like Harley Quinn, she was the inaugural openweight championship, and she's almost come into an obsession of wanting to get that title back ever since she's lost it to Scout McKenzie.
I think the same could be said of most people who's a former champion. It's a very good feeling to have gold, and you'd do anything to get that back again.
And you've got to wonder, would Harley Quinn be willing to choose the openweight title as her title of choice at Endgame should she win the Supremacy Cup? Could that be something we see here?
Well, it's an absolute wildcard seeing what title will be thrown out there.
I mean, Kel Valen was a Vindication superstar up until the point where she showed up on Nemesis unannounced and then challenged Danny Thunder for her title.
Anything can and does happen, and this tournament is a great testament to that. This is a match that, as you said earlier, we've never had before. It's spilled out to the outside already.
And now Holly picking Amber to her feet. Amber fighting back. Amber's never been one to stay down, and if she does stay down, it's not been for long. The Queen, though, right now in firm control, and as I say, that commentator's curse right there.
The only thing about not staying down long is you only need to stay down for 3 to lose a match.
True, and you see those vicious knees into the side of Amber Arcade. And Queen wisely working the arm. We know of the submission specialty, the submission mastery that Harley Quinn possesses. And now, again, targeting the arm. This could not only be bad for Amber Arcade for this match, but if she sustains serious damage to her arm, that could have repercussions for the rest of the tournament.
Well, yeah, this is a trade where your limbs are your tools, essentially. If you knock a tool out on a car, 4 wheels on a car.
Oh, speaking of the arm work there, Amber Arcade forced to tap out, seemingly out of nowhere.
Whoa!
Amber Arcade, I guess, choosing to preserve her arm for the rest of the tournament. But that was a deceptively quick one.
Whoa, that was that's all the highlights, folks.
The winner of the match, Holly Quinn.
Queen there with a pretty dominant showing going into the rest of the tournament. Now, she looks forward to the rest of the Nemesis bracket, and you have to feel she'll be keeping an eye out for the other 2 Supremacy Cup matches here tonight.
Quite possibly, but here comes... Oh, heaven help us, it's them.
What are you talking about? It's just the order.
You know what I'm talking about.
What, are you making fun of Ricky's bald head again? He wears it very well. Okay? Listen, right now we've got the Order versus the Chess Club. And Chess Club have a winner of the current tag champions, the Disciples. The Order think they're the rightful number 1 contenders after their match against the War Boys.
The following match is a tag team set for 1 fall. Introducing first, the team of the gorgeous Ricky Valentine and Ace Anderson, the Order.
Coming down to the brink, Ace Anderson and Ricky Valentine of the Order haven't been able to get a tag title shot all the way back at Shadowband, but now looking to get back into it of the Chess Club. Former tag team champions won them back at 0 Hour and then lost them to the Southeast Boy Boys at Carmageddon, which ousted them from the first ever tag team triple threat match. Now, we'll see what happens. Could a win for either team here tonight lock them as the number 1 contenders? We'll have to see.
And their opponents, from the Kingdom of Raymundia, Raymundo, Derek, the Chess Club.
Now making their way down to the ring, the bastions of Raymondonia, the big ham and the big... Wait a second. I thought Derek's usually purple.
Ah, well.
Or pink. Or
Don't
not
ask
green.
me.
Besides,
Don't ask me.
and usually doesn't wear a crown. This looks like a bit of a different Derek here.
You know, it's all a suit under there, right? He says he's from the future, and that's the fashion we're going to be wearing. God help us if he's right.
Well, right now,
This is King attire, if you will.
well, the ever, what's the word I'm looking for? Present Raymondo and Derek making their way in. And it looks like it's going to be a bit of a power versus speed thing here as Derek with these stiff strikes to Ace Anderson. But Ace finds some strikes of his own.
And a neck breaker to boot. Ace is on form tonight.
I think Ace has been on form ever since he debuted here in the CWL. I mean, debuting beating a former world champion in Ricky Valentine. Then going on to have multiple title shots so far in year 2. However, none of them have been a successful bid for the championship.
See, it's been a while since these guys have had gold Bowman. Well, tag gold at least, and I think it's one of these two teams this time. Although I'm leaning towards the sensible ones because look at this Derek, what a freak.
I mean, okay, who are we describing as sensible here? Because Ace Anderson was the one that called himself Peace Caesar and dressed up as a Roman soldier back at Battle Lines. And Ricky Valentine was the one that put his hair on the line for a title.
I wish Derek put his hair on the line.
Yeah, but then he'd be naked and then he'd get taken off the air.
Then we wouldn't have to look at him. What a clothesline.
Yeah, but then I'd be out of a job. I don't want that.
I see nothing. Oh wait, I'd need it.
Yeah, you'd also be out of a job.
I'd be
You've got to
back in
take
the
care
ring.
of it for your job, for your paycheck. It's his responsibility alone.
I'll
No
let
one
you
else.
thank him. Oh god, can you imagine that 8 doing payroll?
I hear the monkeys apes at Raymondonia are extremely well versed in mathematics.
Did this guy tell you that?
I may have read it online. So, you know, take that source as you will.
Discard it. Got it. Thank you.
Because Ricky and Raymondo, two CWL Originals right now in the ring, going toe to toe.
As it should be Valentine in charge.
But except now for long, Valentine getting hung up on the middle rope. Raymondo, a
How on
big
the handle?
hip attack to the back, and now doing a little bit of taunting towards Ace Anderson,
Disgusting, I'm telling you.
which that didn't last long. As Ricky Valentine gets up to his feet and tags in Ace. You know, Ricky not too long ago was a champion. Actually, it was about a month ago exactly. Then he faced Flapjack Carter, lost it. Then he put his hair on the line in a bid to get it back, lost that too. Then he faced Harris for what was it? It was like $1,200, $12,999.
That's right, the bounty match, yeah.
Which he won after somehow not breaking his legs at multiple points in the match. And now him and Ace Anderson taking it to Raymondo. Raymondo sending him into the corner. Big
Monkey
monkey flip. Wonder if Derek caught him that one.
8 flip.
Ace still sending him into the corner, back into the Order's corner.
That's it, cut up the ring. Keep the ape out.
Oh, and there's the high card right to the nose of Raymondo. And I think Ace might be calling for the end here. Cutting the arm of Raymondo, trying to neutralize that Fujiwara arm bar. Ace continuous kicks to the nose, kicks to the forehead.
It's not going to make him any prettier, Ace.
As they're attacking him in, could we be seeing the pop-up back suplex? But Derek's already in the ring. Nick Valentine though, hoping Ace has him distracted here, but no, too little too late there from the Order. Raymondo fighting to his feet, but Derek isn't there to make the tag. And once again, Raymondo is sent back into the corner. Ricky Valentine lifts him up to an alley-oop onto the top turnbuckle. Ricky, another alley-oop there, this time onto the ground. And Raymondo has been in a bad place. He needs to make that tag to Derek. The Order have done a great job of isolating him in his corner. So he gets lifted up, shoulder breaker to Raymondo, continuing that assault on the arm that Ace Anderson started earlier.
Vintage Ricky there. And speaking of which,
knee strike, discus clothesline. And lifting him up once more. Sending him into the corner, maybe going for that pop-up back suplex again. But Ray fighting back, fighting out of the corner. Hurricane Rana, tilt-a-whirl around the world.
That's put a different spin on things.
I don't know how smart it is for Raymondo not choosing to tag out to Derek. Wait, lifting him up.
Pork Fat Express.
Oh, Pork Fat Express there. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Is that enough? No. And if I'm Raymondo, I want to make that tag to Derek right now while Ricky Valentine is down.
You told him to hold the tag rope.
Like I said, great mathematics skills at Raymondonia.
I think they just string him along.
The best. Okay. Okay, you know what? That makes me sad, that joke you just made.
I take my job very seriously. I don't know what you're talking about.
Speaking of serious, Ricky Valentine in serious trouble after that spine buster. Ricky has sent him into the corner though. Bringing him up into the neck breaker. That was really brought out by Ricky. Jarman's taking this match pretty seriously. Now targeting the leg, just wrenching back. That one hurt to watch.
A lot of what Derek does hurts to watch, but...
Oh, and Ricky. We talked about Ricky's a CWL original. Well, I think it's time for a CWL special.
I agree.
And a super flex to the outside. It doesn't, as a CWL special, that doesn't make it any easier to watch. They're both pretty tall guys, and that's a long way down.
Dimension hopping gorilla probably hasn't got to worry too much about a fall like that, but that's if you believe him.
As Ricky now rolls him back into the ring. And a big, almost a first fisherman suplex there. And Ricky lifts him back up. A big chop to an axe handle. Dodges the clothesline to a... Oh, one big jump clothesline. Going into a Uranagi. Almost a Raymondonia bottom there by Derek. As Rick Valentine kick to the gut. Suplex position, but Derek fights out of it. Derek has begun to have counters for what Ricky Valentine's trying to do here.
Sure, the apes learn to wrestle. Very impressive.
And now, a single-legged Raymondonia crab. To Ricky Valentine. Ricky taps out.
What, Ricky?
I think Ricky, maybe after all the power moves from Derek, after that suplex to the outside, may have done more damage to Ricky than it did to Derek. Derek able to tap out Ricky Valentine.
What happened?
I think the damage was done to the back of Ricky, and especially not too far removed after that war of a match with Harris.
The winners of the match, the team are...
Oh, come on.
Raymundo, Derek,
what is
the
this?
Chess Club.
And I think it's time for a Raymondonian celebration here.
Get out of my... I'm gonna need a minute.
You take that minute, buddy. You take that minute. And I'll take that minute to tell you about our next matchup. Hashtag segue. As Noel Park goes up against Citrina Limon in another Supremacy Cup matchup.
Alright, I'll stay around for this. Finally, some serious competition.
Citrina coming up short in the triple threat to crown number contender for the open weight title. Now has a chance to prove herself here in the Supremacy Cup.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, Citrina Lemon.
Citrina Limon making her way down to the ring, and now, gotta say, Citrina's had quite the ride here in the CWL ever since debuting. Lost to Tel Ballon in a decent showing, but then started a pretty decent winning streak that was ended last week in that triple threat match. And after that, she tries to continue her winning streak against the leader of the No L Train.
And her opponent, weighing 131 pounds, from Los Angeles, California, Noel Park.
Noel Park, the conductor of the No L Train, Choo, making her way down to the ring. I've got to say, although she's been having a few speed bumps as of late, she's had quite the successful year two here in the CWL.
Yes, she has. It's been... Yeah, the momentum seems to be shifting. She's one of the few survivors of year two.
So, although she has not been able to capture that elusive gold for her debut year, she has been doing quite well for herself, picking up wins against some big names, and now with the Supremacy Cup, she looks up to pick up a couple more wins of her own. Now these two, one-on-one ring-a-ding, and this one gets underway. Citrina Limon kick. Oh, and these two going off with the strikes early on. Noel Park taking it to the ground, and a bit of a dab for the kids in the audience. The kids still do that. The kids still dab. Right?
I have no idea. Do I look like a kid?
I mean, you act childish sometimes.
I act like a consummate professional.
I mean, if that's how you want to word it, sure. Anyway, Citrina Limon getting back into this one. Headlock to Noel Park, and gotta remember the 15-minute time limit. We didn't really get to see too much of that with the Empire Trade Hall of Queen. Gotta wonder if that'll come back into play for this match as well. She now pulls back on the arm.
Perfect.
And Noel Park targeting the arm again, maybe trying to do some damage, making sure that, if Noel Park does come up short here, if she damages the arm enough, once Citrina Limon does go up against someone who does target the arm a bit more, someone maybe like Holly Queen, it'll be a lot more of a challenge for her. And the running knee into the springboard moonsault. Beautiful combo there by Noel Park, immediately into the cover. Getting a 2 count for her troubles, not enough though to put Citrina away.
The train is in full swing, it's left the station.
Yes, and currently the No L Train is currently steamrolling Citrina Limon. You've gotta wonder, what could winning this tournament do for either of these women. Both of them debuted here in year 2, and that's something we've seen a lot so far in the Supremacy Cup, is a lot of new blood has been interjected into this tournament.
It has indeed, in fact, into the roster in general. Year 2,
True.
we saw this roster expand and expand.
True. In fact, speaking of new blood, in our main event here tonight, we'll be seeing a debuting superstar in Rosa Washington competing in the Supremacy Cup. Imagine if Rosa Washington was able to not only win her match here tonight, but win the whole cup in her debut matches.
Wouldn't it be something else?
It would
Absolute fairy
definitely be quite the feat. However, standing in a way will be both of these women who right now, I'd have to say, are the top of their game so far for year 2, and we're seeing that as Noel Park hits the vacuum swing DDT.
Citrina has been rocked.
Yeah, Citrina's been on the back foot for a lot of this match, I'd have to say. Noel Park continuing to target the arm, targeting the ligaments of Citrina Lamone, and again, that's one of those things you have to. This isn't just about winning the match at hand, it's about preparing yourself for the rest of the matches. Now, kick to the head, knock it to the ground, and I think Citrina might be setting up for the one little kiss here.
Oh no.
Kick to the gut.
Yes. I think that's going to be it.
DDT.
Ooh.
And that might be enough to put Noel away. Going for the cover. 1, 2. No! And
Two,
Noel
yeah.
Park take out.
Well, it just hasn't done enough to really secure a 3 count.
When I talk about how Noel Park on the front end of a lot of this match so far, Citrina just getting back into it. Citrina again. From the arm. Pulled back by Noel Park. Citrina trying to get to her feet, but Noel Park won't let her. Trying to keep her to the ground, going for a pinfall even, but nothing's enough to keep Citrina down at the moment. As Noel Park gets sent down. But Citrina, these two, neither one is staying down for too long. Noel Park in the headlock, into the neck breaker.
Off we go now.
And Park now,
Yeah.
again, targeting the arm, maybe going for a submission here. Will Citrina be forced to give up?
We've seen this.
You know, would it have been smarter for Citrina to have taken the loss there and have not risked any more serious arm damage? Again, we've got 4 other matches that the opponent would have to compete in. That's 4 matches that they could lose. Citrina sends Noel off the ropes. Noel, irate, gets her onto the ropes. One of the few moves that, as of late, has not been banned by the CWL authorities. Also choking, still not banned here in the CWL.
You say that like it should be. I don't know what you get out of this, but
Well, I've heard some people maybe disagree, but hey, it's a step in the right direction. We've currently banned low blows, poison mist, brass knuckles. You know, we're having a bit more of an honorable competition after Battle Lines. Oh, and now catching her to a second raccoon swing, driving her to the ground. Now Noel Park going straight for the top rope, not going for the cover. That might be a mistake.
well, it could be. It could also be the cherry on the top.
Goes for the frog splash.
And now what?
And now, with her feet on the rope, 2. Oh, and Noel Park almost stole one right there. Catches Citrina with an elbow. This one, you don't get to have a clock here, ladies and gentlemen, but gotta feel that the 15-minute mark might get about halfway here. As Noel sends Citrina into the corner. But once they kick the gut, caught by a wheel kick from Citrina. I think Citrina looking for that DDT once more. Kick to the gut. And yes, she's looking for it. DDT. Into our cover. 1, 2, 3. As
That's
Tina
it.
picks up 2 points in the Supremacy Cup.
Crucial 2 points as well.
And now this is a back and forth matchup. This one went a lot longer than any Supremacy Cup match we've seen so far, which gotta feel does not bode well for both women going into the rest of this tournament. So we saw the frog splash from Noah Park, not enough though. Put Katrina away even with the feet on the ropes.
The winner of the match, Citra Lemon.
Katrina celebrating her win. As she looks on to the rest of the cup, sure going to be eyeing whoever wins the main event here tonight. But coming up next, we have the debuting Vaikram Singh. I guarantee I will butcher that name 100 times in this match. I apologize to the superstar. Going up against William the Wolf Black.
Well, we saw Singh quite recently, didn't we?
Yes, and now Singh debuted.
Quite
Black
impressive outing.
not able to pick up the win for his team at Battle Lines. Black, though, has thrown his name into the hat for the Twitch title pull. Will Singh do the same soon?
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, weighing 190 pounds, from San Mateo, Silicon Valley, California, Vaikram Singh.
When you saw him go up against Tommy Gunn at Battle Lines, he picked up a pretty impressive win. Now he goes up against William the Wolf Black, and like I said earlier, William the Wolf Black has currently entered his name into the hat of people that you, the CWO universe, can vote on to decide Blackjack Carter's Twitch title challenger at Verdun. And apparently the GM has opened this up to anyone, so anyone on the Nemesis roster can put their name into that poll. Singh is one of those people that can do that.
And his opponent, weighing 235 pounds. From Biloxi, Mississippi, William the Wolf Black.
The Wolf is on the prowl. William Black strolling down to the ring. Purpose.
William Wolf Black appears to have joined the ranks of the Truthless Heroes as of late. And now, gotta ask, with the Truthless Heroes, with Alex Graves also putting his name into that Twitch title contention, you know, is there already some tension between the members of the team? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they ousted one of their own members. I'm just saying. They typically prefer to be a two-man group.
Interesting times within the group. Yes, absolutely. Time will tell.
But then William Wolf Black trying to get some momentum back after losing at Battle Lines. Part of the Nemesis team that blew a 3-1 lead. As Wolf now gotta wonder though, who has the advantage? I mean, yes, Singh might not have the experience, but Wolf doesn't necessarily know what to look for when going into this matchup. Wolf. Singh. Ring a ding, and this one gets underway. Calling elbow tie up to start up. Singh getting in control right away, but Wolf able to get back into this one quickly. I think if Singh must have any chance of picking up a win here tonight, he's going to want to use his speed, as William Wolf Black's a bit more of a brawler in comparison. And I think might have a bit of a strength advantage.
Definitely, it's one of those brains over brawn kind of situations here, but...
Went for a kick to the side. Singh checks the kick. And now, send him up into a bow and arrow. William, currently being held high in the air, able to roll out of it though. And goes for a kick to the top of the head. Immediately back in control, fireman's carry position, and hung up to dry on the top rope. Now Curtis, right now we've only... Oh, into the roll-up.
Oh.
1, 2, did Singh just do it? No. Maybe a bit of a slow count there from the ref, I've gotta say. But anyway, as I was to you, with the stipulation on this Twitch ref hold that anyone on Nemesis who does not currently have a match at Verdict can throw their name into this poll, gotta ask, who else do you think we could possibly see get added?
Well, as you said about Singh, there's a chance of any new competitors jumping in, throwing the hat down, throwing the gauntlet. But it's one thing just to throw your name in, but it's getting voted. That's what counts.
True, and it's
can't have a run with this.
It's all dependent on the fans' vote. Yes, we saw last week Jim Lytle very decisively beat Flapjack Carter, and on a normal month, I guess, Flapjack would be the clear #1 contender. But now it's up to the fans' decision. So if you've got to feel a win that decisive, got to put the fans' vote in your favor. And a decisive win for either of these men here tonight. I mean, I don't know if Singh's planning on entering the match, but if he does, that could also put it in his favor. As Black now getting to his feet, working the arm there. As now goes for a belly-to-belly suplex, Singh able to fight out of it with those punches. But immediately launched to the ground with that lariat.
This is the brawn thing going on, but... Oh!
And lariat of his own sending him to the outside, and what does Singh have in mind here?
Load up some agility.
Calling William to his feet. And a big elbow, a bionic elbow, right to the top of the head. And a chop. Oh, and a receipt from William. These two just going tit for tat here tonight. Has been sent across the ring. Sitting in firm control at the moment. Going to the outside, and we saw this again against Tommy Gunn. Almost a bit of cockiness from Singh that you can't afford to have here in the CWL.
Not at all, not for a second.
To a detonation signal from Singh. Wolf, I don't know if Black might be out. Singh eyeing him up, but again, just choosing to show off here.
We saw this last time at Battle Lines.
As Wolf tries to go for another belly-to-belly and maybe a spine buster, but Singh able to block it. And Singh has gotten to the point where he has now begun to counter almost everything William has going for him. And let's go for here. DDT position. A DDT on the apron. Oh, that's a sickening thud onto the hardest part of the ring.
Oh, back in now.
And William Wolf Black might be knocked unconscious after that DDT.
Nice cover too.
No. Got some fight left in him, does William. Now, gets him around. Oh, got him. Locked him into the clutch there. Rear naked choke. Does Singh have the strength to fight out of it?
It's going to be it. This is it.
Nope. And now changing it to a pinfall. Can he steal one here from both from Black? No. Black able to hit that, that guillotine choke almost out of nowhere. But then Singh reversed into a pinfall, but again able to escape it. Black pushing him off. Singh though not giving up control too easily. Sending him to the outside once more. And again, going to the top rope. What does he have in mind? Oh. A big knee drop off the top. Heel kick. Again, elbow to the head. Goes for a Kirana, but William Wolf Black was well out of the way. And I think it might be that, almost that moment of cockiness there from Singh trying to go for that Hurricane Rana. Now Black is in control. Run up in a big drop kick. And I think Singh might have just gotten knocked out there by the Wolf of Nemesis. And that's going to be it. William Wolf Black, a successful hunt for him here tonight. A great showing by Singh, but I think it was almost a young, rash cockiness there, getting in the way of him. It's got to be said, he got in the way a lot.
And it did.
William Wolf Black able to capitalize and get back into this one. And it was almost a come from behind there, because Singh actually had a good push in the match under his control, but he gave it up for a split second, which he just can't afford to do here in the CWL. We see him almost steal it, but not
the winner of the match, William the Wolf Black.
Here's, we have an announcement here from Calval. She alluded to this not too long ago, that she has a few things that she has to say regarding the Nemesis Women's title. But she's voicing that possible announcement here tonight.
It's interesting times.
And she's going for a mic. She's definitely out here to say something. This is quite big news here from Calvalen. Who do you think it's going to be, Curtis?
I have no idea. She sure as hell does, but come on.
Wait a second. Where are the lights? What's going on? Hold on a second.
What?
Wait, that's Antry and you're Yorick.
What the?
That's White Lotus is attacking their leader Calvalen. What the hell is going on right now?
What the hell?
I mean, we've heard about the tension between Andrea and Kel that's been going on for a while, but
Oh my god.
Yuri York turning it back on her as well.
What does this mean?
I guess we don't know who her opponent's going to be at Verdict, but
That might have changed even.
is this the end of the White Lotus here tonight?
This is huge.
Calvalen has just been laid out in the center of the ring here. Just moving on to our next contest, we have Carolyn Hale, who earned her spot in the Supremacy Cup at Battle Lines, looking to redeem herself after last year, going up against the debuting superstar Rosa Washington. Now, if you're Rosa, going up in your debut match against someone as illustrious as Carolyn Hale, and also being in the Supremacy Cup, there's got to be some nerves there, Curtis.
Absolute jitters, I should think.
The following main event is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, weighing 153 pounds, from Beijing, China, the illustrious Carolyn Hale.
The illustrious one, Carolyn Hale, making her way down to the ring, earned her spot in the Supremacy Cup by beating Adisa Landau Okiki. I probably messed it up. And Yuri York. Hey, what can I say? I've got to be honest. It's sort of something I'm known for. But Carolyn Hale, speaking of what she's been known for, she's been known having a bit of a infamous record in the Supremacy Cup. As even if she theoretically went 5-0, undefeated in the Cup this year, she would still only have a 50% win-loss ratio in Supremacy Cup matches.
This could be the time to turn it
And
around.
her opponent, Rosa
See the main
Washington.
event tonight.
Making her way down to the ring, Rosa Washington looking to make a statement here tonight. You've got to feel she's got to make a statement. Going up against Carolyn Hale, one of the top stars here, not just in Memphis, but in the CWL, in terms of tenure, in terms of how hard she works here. But at the same time, in the Supremacy Cup, one of the most prestigious tournaments in the CWL's history. And that's how you're debuting. So this one gets underway here. Mr. Washington backing Carolyn Hale into the corner.
Early on, this is a good start.
And, you know, we saw Open Vindication, Jessica Page's debut. And tonight we're seeing Rosa Washington, and this is another superstar I don't know too much about. So it's going to be interesting to see what we learn about here. Oh, and Carolyn Hale with the cheap shot. I don't think Rosa Washington appreciated that one too much.
No, shouldn't think so.
And yet targeting that leg. Could be looking for a leg submission of some description here. As Hale, though, almost looking like she was going for a roll-up, but instead just rolling through. And Enziguri catching the back of the head.
Hale's firmly back in there. Not so firmly at all, but an arm wrench there. Washington.
Oh, and an elbow. And a flying clothesline nearly traveled the distance of the ring there.
That was fantastic.
I thought she was doing a springboard, but no. Carolyn Hale, there's a reason why, despite what her win-loss record might say, she's considered one of the top wrestlers here in Nemesis. Because of her athleticism, because of her skill level. There's no such thing as an easy match against Carolyn Hale.
Never.
Oh, but then Hale able to block, well, not block, jump over that kick, expecting it this time, and now taking it to the rookie. And Washington appears to be in a bit of a daze. But able to check that kick, and again catching her down at the knee. You know, it's usually Carolyn Hale that goes for the submission, but her siren song kick there, Rose Washington might be taking it out. But she has taken out the strength as she hits that trifecta of suplexes.
Next.
Going for that neck snap. rolling through a perfect neck snap one, I'd say. See what I did there? I'm clever, Brandon. As Washington gets in control, targets the leg once again, taking it to the ground and continuing the target over that knee to target that leg. And going into the cover. But no, not enough just yet. And I talked about how Karen Hill has a pretty poor win-loss record. She didn't win a single match last year. And again, even if she win all 5, she's still 5-5 in Supremacy Cup matches. She's got to be feeling this is her year to turn it around. As she turns it around to that vertical suplex, that might be her start to doing it.
He's starting at the bottom.
Right back up and again targeting the knee.
It can only be up from there.
Take almost a shot of adrenaline there from Rosa after those suplexes. Saw a target and took it. Continuing targeting the knee. 2. No. I think if I'm Kaylin Hale, I need to start thinking about serious injury to the knee right now. Throughout this tournament, as Washington targeting into the ankle lock. Ankle lock locked in, and now cinching it in onto the ground. Hale might be forced to tap out.
It's going to stay at 0.
Reaching for the ropes, but just barely can't get it. Rose Washington not even giving it an inch. Hale able to survive, but is the damage done? Has the damage been done to the leg of Kaylin Hale? Neck breaker sending her to the ground. As Washington again able to pick the knee, and for rookie, Washington has had a great game plan so far. She has done nothing but attack the knee of Kaylin Hale, and it has paid off in extreme dividends right now. She brings Hale to her feet, sending her into the corner. Does Washington.
Gets the midsection there.
Hits the midsection up, dragging her over towards the turnbuckle. Locking in a figure 4 onto Hale, and right now Hale can pass as much as she wants, but Rosa's outside the ring, it wouldn't count. And now Rosa almost admiring her work here. She knows she has a break as Hale struggling to get to her feet. Playing in the kicks, but you gotta wonder how much strength is behind them this point in the match.
Can't imagine there's a lot left. Besides brain scattered on the concrete there after that reverse CDT.
Oh, and Rosa went for a punch there, but Hale able to duck it, and now sit out, almost like a dragon suplex bomb. Feed off the energy, feed off the adrenaline. As she ducks the clothesline, immediately into a leaping clothesline that we saw before. Hale has gone back into this one. He goes for the snapmare. Second rope. The first elbow to the back of the head. Going into the cover. That could be enough to put Washington away. 1, 2. No.
Still 0. Still no wins on Hale's record book just yet.
Washington, so it's called up. Oh, it looked like she was going for the illustrious clutch. Washington had it scouted and sent her to the outside. Hale's going for the illustrious clutch, and I've got to feel if she had locked it in, that could have been all she wrote. Now those are just taunting Hale on the outside, yelling at her to get in. Again, picking the leg, sending her to the ground. But Hale still fighting back with that clothesline, sending her to the ground. Neither woman giving an inch so far. Sends her over to the steel steps, head first onto the steps. Hale now goes for a drop kick. Now a big stomp to the head. She continues her assault here. Goes into the arm, and now you have almost like a modified version of the illustrious clutch has been locked in. Will Rose attack here? No, able to get out of that modified illustrious clutch.
That's a huge deal to get out of. Oh, wow.
Caught into the arm drag there. Again, taking out the leg. Now just trading strikes back, but rake of the eyes to Hale. And a chop block sending Hale to the ground. And I think Hale might be out there. 1, 2, 3. And Rosa Washington, the damage has been done. You gotta feel not only is this a big win for Rosa, it's a big loss to Hale. She might not be at 100% going into the rest of their matches for this cup.
Still 0 for Hale.
And you see the attack on the leg. I thought that was it. I thought the ankle lock was going to be all she wrote. But
yeah.
Hale, that damage to her leg, gotta wonder how this will affect her going into the rest of the tournament.
The winner of the main event, Rosa Washington.
Big win here tonight from Rosa Washington to end off week 102 of Nemesis. I have been Alexander Shaw. He has been Curtis Robinson. We bid you a very farewell adieu.